Joe Biden's not performing well. They keep saying that they have a turnaround plan for him. I was reading this piece that was published at Time this morning, or last evening, rather. They were saying that they have a turnaround plan to help Biden. They sent out Jill. Didn't they send? Let me pull this up. I have this in my show notes. They sent out Jill Biden, and they were trying to. She's just as awkward. She's not an asset. She's like one of the first political wives I've ever seen who is actually not an asset to her husband's campaign, because she went out to California over the weekend, and Biden's been trying to fix his poll deficit, and she was talking to a Democrat audience. They paid $100,000 a ticket. I guess that was to the PAC, because you can't make that to a particular candidate. You're maxed out to the nth degree. But she was telling the Democrat audience that paid $100,000 a ticket that Florida's Parental Rights and Education Act was a step towards dictatorship. And she compared Florida to Nazi Germany. And she said that history teaches us that democracies don't disappear overnight. They disappear slowly, subtly, and silently. A book ban, a court decision, a don't say gay law. She says, before World War II, I'm told Berlin was the center of alphabet culture in Europe. You realize that they killed gay people, the Nazis, right? The Nazis that were on the left, that's why they were called socialists, National Socialist Nazi. They killed gay people. So and this, I don't know why they keep calling this the Don't Say Gay bill. It's not about saying gay. It's about allowing parents to the power and authority to determine whether or not a teacher in their kid's second grade class can tell them that they have anal sex every night. Literally, that's what the law gets into. It safeguards kids and allows parents to control what the teacher exposes them to in the classroom. I mean, sorry to be that graphic, but the stuff that these teachers, or groomers, whatever you want to call them, the ones that were pushing this, and there are good teachers out there that fought it. I shouldn't have to say that, but we have, honestly, we have some stupid people out there that listen. But it was all about empowering parents and protecting kids. And I just have a problem with an adult that thinks the classroom is the stage for them to talk about their sexual recreation. What the hell is wrong with you? Like, what teacher does that? I didn't even know what the hell my teacher looked like outside of the classroom. I saw my teacher in a grocery store once when I was a kid, and I froze because it was like seeing a damn alien out in real time. It was weird. I'm like, I thought you lived at the school. I didn't know. I didn't even know that they were married or had kids. It was weird. Wasn't it weird? Like, to see your teacher outside of they kept it profesh. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't sit here and go, well, let me tell you about the anal sex that I had with my boy. They don't talk about that stuff. Kane's dying. But it's true, Kane, and I'm right. They think that you don't have a right to, the students are not your buddies. They're students. This is so weird. And it was also about the books that were out there. Some of the people that were clueless as to these books, when I showed them, and I'm like, look, this is what a mutual friend that I had was someone here in Texas. This is what her seventh grader literally pulled off their library shelves. And I showed them pictures of the book, and it included students that had a strap on in the book. It was a graphic novel. And the person who didn't believe me was horrified. And I'm like, this is what this is about. And this book is actually recommended to that age group. Do you think that this is something seventh graders should be reading in school? Really? Seriously? What does this? This is a fetish. This is adults pushing their baggage on the kids and then acting like it somehow harms the kids that they can't get at them. That's what this is. But when people see what was really at stake with this law, they're like, yeah, what are they talking about? This had nothing to do with saying gay or not saying gay. It was so dumb. So dumb. And then to have Jill Biden compare it to Nazi Germany. So she stepped in it. So I just don't think that they should send her out on his behalf anymore, because it's a disaster when they send her out. If it's not this, then it's Cisse Poidway or something. But Democrats they're having a problem, and I think they're also having a crisis of optimism. Now, that sounds like a weird thing to say, and I know we got to get moving, but we'll talk about this more next hour. Democrats have overperformed in polling recently, and they've overperformed in some elections. And that might be undercut by the reality of having to cast that final vote in November. It usually does. And I don't think that they're taking that into account